On daily basis, you should be downloading the recording. Okay, I'm not sure whether when will I delete? Okay, because once the capacity is reached, then I may delete it. Okay.
How we can download the videos?
Yes, you can download. I'll be sharing the link, right? So I'll add you in the Slack anyway.
Okay, okay, sure.
Okay, so now what do we do? We'll try to understand how to resolve the merge conflicts. But before that, we should also get some merge conflicts, right? For that, what do we do? We'll try to clone it in some other folder also. Practically, how exactly you get merge conflicts? Merge conflict can happen when two developers are trying to work on a same file. Okay, so it can be in the same branch, but even in your branch also, like, see, for example, when you are trying to merge from one branch to another branch also, it can happen, correct? Or when you are pulling in the same branch also, it can happen. There can be various reasons. It's not only like only when you are pulling it. It can happen when you are stashing it. Okay, so unstash it, all that, right? Yeah. And when you are rebasing it, many scenarios it might happen, but one of the scenario definitely would be like when someone actually pushed it and when you try to pull it, you get a merge conflict. So in this case, multiple developers are not working. So that is the reason what do we do? We'll clone the same repository in some other folder. Okay, in both the folders, first initially what do we do? Same file, different lines we'll try to modify, then push and pull. Then you should not get a merge conflict. Auto merge should happen. Yes or no? And then we will try to same file, we'll try to modify the same file, same lines of code, then see what will happen. Yeah, okay. May 7, 24. So this is the repository which we are using it. I'm saying git log -hyphen one line. You can see 5 commits over here. And I'll try to push this commit also. I'm in the dev actually. So we'll say git checkout master. Git push. First of all, we'll see git log -hyphen one line. Okay. So I'm saying git push. Now git log -hyphen one line. Okay, so this is pushed. Now what do? I go to the bit bucket. May 7, 24. I copy the URL. I go to some other folder. I go to backup. So here I'll say git bash. And I'm trying to clone the same one. Practically, you are not supposed to do it like this way. Yes or no? Why? Do you clone the same repository multiple times in the same system? No, right? You should clone only once, there only you should be working on. You can create branches, whatever you wish to do it, there only you'll do it. But why am I cloning in this way is, I just want to explain you, like when two developers are working, how exactly the merge conflicts will happen. Only to explain that scenario, I'm using it in this way. Okay. So generally, in some other system, the other developer will be cloning it, not in the same system. Okay. So now I cloned it. Now if you see ls vguide May 24, you could see. So I'll get into that particular folder. Now, if I say git log -" one line, I could see the same commits here also. Now the backup one is a new one, and we already have this one, right? This one without backup one is a original one. Now in both the places, I try to modify the files. So how do I do it? First of all, I go to this one. I'll open this in Visual Studio Code. So this is the original one. And I go to the other one. This is the backup one, like the new one. Okay, in both the places, I'm just trying to modify. So here you can see main and test main, these three files I'm seeing it. In this one, I'm seeing debug and exception master also, why? And .git ignore. So these two are ignored actually, because I've included in the .git ignore, and .git ignore I have not pushed it. So that's the reason, practically speaking, only these three files are there in the central repository. Okay. Now in both the places, I'm trying to modify. So I go to the test main. In the test main, in the 13th line, I am trying to modify. So I am in original folder. I modified in the 13th line. So in the other one also, I'll go to the test main. So instead of 13th line, I'm trying to have it in the 5th line. Okay. So I am in the new folder. Practically, it will not be in this way. Developers will be adding some code. Okay, it will not be like this comments, right? Yeah. Okay, so in both the places, what do I do now? I'll try to add and comment. So let me do it in both the places. So this is the original one. So git add test main.cs. So git commit -m. So modified in original folder. So in the other one also, I'll do the same. Git add test main git commit -m modified in backup folder. Okay, fine. Now here if I say git log --- one line, you see a new commit here. And if I say git log --- one line, you see new commit. And 150 FP is not there in this one. You can see here. This is different, that is different. Correct? Till here both are same, but this is different here and this is different here. Yes or no? Now from the backup folder, I'm trying to push it first. How do I push? Git push. So I am pushing. Now you don't see any issue, it gets pushed. Okay, because no new commits exist in the central repository. Now in the original one, I'll try to push it. I try to push it from the backup. So that has happened. Now I'm trying to push from the original one. It will not be pushed. The reason is the new commit is there in the central repository. So you can see by pushing it, you'll get a warning, or I would say error, rejected, failed to push some references. So updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. So what needs to be done? I should pull it. So how do I pull it? Git pull. Now in this case, same line, different lines are modified. So automatically it should get merged. I should not see any issues. Okay, let's see what happens. Can you see here? Auto merging has happened. So that means when I open the original one, can you see? I could see both of them. I'm in new folder, I'm in original folder. No conflicts, nothing. Yes or no? Now I can do what? Now I can push it from here. Yes or no? I pushed it. Then I need to pull it here also, right? So that the original change you will get here also, because as of now, you will not be see that change. To get other developer change, so we should actually pull it here as well. Here also, auto merge will happen. Now you see that change in both the places. This is the history, right? Git log is history, right? Correct or no? Okay, so this has merged from the original one. This is modified in the backup. Okay, so this is extra merge, like I would say, this I'll explain in the next session. I mean, next session in this sense. After this, I'll anyway explain. So this we call it as merge commit. I'll come to that. Okay, but anyway, so this is in the backup. This is in the original one, but this extra got created. Why extra? I'll explain it later. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do now is git log --- one line. You can see like this in both the, this is project, this is backup. Now in the both the branches, you are seeing the same commits. Yes or no? Same commits. Okay. So now what do? I'll try to modify same line in both the files. So I'll go to main.cs. The 13th line I'm modifying over here. Okay. So what do I do? Modify it. Where am I? Yeah. In original folder. Here also I do the same in main.cs. Modified it, backup folder. 13th line in both the places in the main.cs. Okay, we'll try to add here. Commit it. Same thing, I'll do it in the backup also. Git add main.cs. Git commit -m. Modified in modified main.cs in backup folder. So now what do I do? I'll try to push it from here. So git push. Now, if I try to push it from here, it will not work. I need to pull it. Yes or no? Okay. So before pull, I wish to explain something. There will be something like merge editors. So in that editor, it opens. See, as of now, I'm using Visual Studio Code. Okay. So second. So this we call it as diff tool and all differences and all if you wish to see. So you can actually go to this. So we can say git config -hyphen global -e. So there you could actually mention. So as of now you are seeing like these three, right? The configurations in the global which you set. So username, email, all that we have added. So push the default as current. So you can also add this as well. The diff configuration. So this I'll share it with you anyway. So then diff tool will be it becomes as Visual Studio Code. Okay, diff tool meaning the difference where you see. Okay, so then all Visual Studio Code, if you wish to add it, you can add it in your system. This configuration. Here you need to add it. Where? Over here, you need to add it. So then save it. How to, once you open it, so in the end of this, you can actually add that configuration and you need to say what? Escape :WQ. So first you need to type I. Okay, once you open, you need to type I. Then you need to paste that content over there. Then what you can do? Escape :WQ. Okay, but anyway, so I'm just doing that. I'm not modified. Anyway, I'm using Visual Studio Code only because I opened the code in Visual Studio Code. If you are in some other, if you are not using Visual Studio Code, if you wish to use diff tool and all, then you can go for that configuration. So anyway, now this is my original one. Now what exactly I'm trying to do? I'm trying to pull it. So when you pull, what will happen now? Now you should get a conflict. Yes or no? Why? Like same file, same line. That's the reason. Okay. I'm just pulling now. Let's see what happens. Can you see here? Automatic merge failed. Fix conflicts and then commit the results. Okay. So now what needs to be done? Here also you're seeing like merging. It's not merged properly. So that's the reason. So you open the main.cs. Okay. So this is in the backup. So I should go to this one. Can you see now? There is a conflict. See, in the bottom you are seeing resolve in merge editor. So anyway, that I have not configured. So, but anyway, it opens in the merge editor. So if you configure also, it opens in this way. Can you see now? Modified in original folder, modified in backup folder. This is the other developer code. This is my code. Now, which one we should keep it is the question now. As a developer, they'll be knowing which line to keep it. Correct, right? So now see, accept current change. Current change meaning your change only. Accept incoming change. Incoming change meaning the other developer. So accept both the changes. What does it mean? Keep both. Both the lines you keep it. So it's your wish. Whichever the one you wish to keep it, you can keep it. So then again you need to commit it. So I'm saying accept both the changes. Now you got both changes. So save this. You need to commit again. Okay. So how do I do it? So come here, say git add, because you modified, no? So you need to commit again. Git commit -m resolve merge conflict. Can you see now? The merging is removed. It's merged now. So if I say one line, I should see one more commit. So this I should actually do what? Push it so that other developer will get it. Yes or no? So this is how we could resolve the merge conflicts. Okay. Any questions? Clear? So I don't want this backup now. That's why I'm just exiting from here. Okay. So this is resolved. I'll just come out of the backup. Okay. Now we'll try to discuss one problem statement. Then we will get a solution for that particular problem statement by using something called a rebase. Okay, before we try to understand the rebase, so we need to know. See, let's say I have two branches. So what exactly I'm trying to do is, in both the branches, I'm trying to modify. Are you getting my point? So initially, when we created a branch, we had like master and the dev. Dev was the new branch. So in the dev branch only we added the commit, not in the master. When you try to merge from dev to master, what exactly has happened? The commit which is newly created in the dev, you got it in the master. Yes or no? But in that case, in the master, there were no new commits. Now in this case, what I am trying to do is, in both the branches, I'm trying to have new commits. It can be one or multiple. Okay, then I wish to merge from one branch to another branch. Then I wish to explain what exactly happens. Okay, fine. So generally what should happen? So let's say I'm creating in both the branches new commits. And when I am trying to, let's say I have a master and the dev. In master, I created new commit. In the dev also, I created new commit. Then if I try to merge from dev to master, ideally what should happen? The commit which exists in the dev, you should get it into the master. Yes or no? But in this case, what exactly happens, we'll see. Okay? Yeah. I am trying to create a new branch now. So git branch, I'll say test. Git branch test. So you know that even in the test branch now, you'll see the same commits. Now I'm saying git log hyphen one line. You see these many commits, right? Now, if I go to the, if I say git checkout test git log hyphen one line, so I'll see the same commits. Now in the both the branches, I have same commits. Now what do I do? I'll add one commit in the test, one commit in the master. Okay. So to do that, so I can create one file here. I'm just saying exception master one, whatever. Git add this one. I'll say git commit -m. I would say new test commit. So now I'll check out to the master. Here in the master also, I'll try to add one more commit, something like this. Okay. So git add this file, git commit -m, new master commit. So now what do I do? I'll try to merge from master to test. But before that, I'll show you git log -one line. I'll say -4. Last recent 4 I'm trying to display. Okay. Now I'll say git checkout. What to say? Test. Okay. Git checkout and test. So git log -one line -4. So can you see now? Till here, everything is same in both the branches. Now this is new in the master. This is new in the test. What I'm trying to do is I am trying to merge from master to test. So ideally, what should happen? Only this should get added in over here. Am I correct? Okay, but what exactly happens? We'll see. See, now I'm saying new test commit. Now new master commit should get added over here. Nothing else should happen. But we'll see what happens. So I'm trying to merge from where? From master to test and see what happens. It merged. Now I'm saying git log -one line -6 arms string. See what exactly happened. This is test commit, that is fine. This is master commit, That is also fine. But there is one more, which is merge commit. New commit got added. This is not for any change. Only to merge these two commits, one more commit got created. Are you getting my point? This is not for any change which you have added. If you really open this particular commit, you see nothing. Meaning, if I say git show and that commit ID, can you see now? Are you seeing any changes? No plus, plus, minus, minus, nothing. This is just a merge commit. Now it is fine. Now you know that it is a merge commit. Later on, you will be in a confusion why this commit exists first of all. Okay. So it's not only confusion. Why unnecessarily commit? We should be keeping it. Are you getting my point? Extra commit is getting added without any change. Is there any possibility to avoid this commit? Avoid merge commit is the question. Hope you are understanding the problem statement. In both the branches, when I try to have a commits, when you try to merge from one branch to another branch, then in the destination branch, you should only get the origin or the source commit only, but instead what exactly is happening? One more merge commit is getting created. So we should avoid that merge commit. So how do I avoid that merge commit? By using a command called rebase. By using a command called rebase. Okay, so you could avoid that merge commit. Are you getting my point? Okay, so yeah. Now we need to understand in a different way and we should also understand like when exactly rebase you should be using it. Okay, first I'll explain it in this way. So let's say there is one branch C1, C2, C3, and there is one more branch in both here also C1, C2, C3 you have it. Now I am trying to add one commit here C4, here one commit C5. When I try to merge from this to this one, ideally you should, since in both the places, in both the branches, you added new commits. So you will get C4 here and one more C6 also gets created. This is actually merge commit. I wish to avoid this. So to avoid that, what exactly happens? So if I do the rebase, what exactly happens is only this will come and sit in between C3 and C5. So that means C4 you get it. Here you get C5. But since you are moving one step to the top, new commit will be created, but it is actually internally the same commit. Meaning for C5, C6 is getting created, but the message and everything will be the same. It's only the commit ID gets changed, but no new commits will be created. Getting the point? Extra commit is not getting added. It's only that commit ID gets changed of the destination folder commit ID, destination branch commit ID only gets changed, but no new commits will be created. That is how rebase works. Now the question is, when should I do the rebase? When should I do the rebase is the question. Okay, so you actually do the rebase when you are taking the changes from development branch to developer branch or feature branch. Not getting right? You got it? When you are trying to rebase from or merge from developer branch to development branch to developer branch or feature branch. Okay, why I'll tell you so that you'll understand it in better manner. So let's say I'm just using like just assume like in the top it's a central repository, in the bottom local. Now I'm dividing this into two again. So this you think of, this is developer one system, and this is developer two system. And let's assume this as a dev branch. Now I'm just trying to have one more here. Actually speaking, it's only one branch. You'll have it in the center. Just for your understanding, I'm keeping the dev here also. But practically there will be one dev branch only in the center. Yes or no? Okay. Now, both the developers initially clone it. When they clone it, here you get a dev branch. In the developer 2 system also, you'll get a dev branch with the same number of commits. Yes or no? Here I see dev, the same dev. So far, no issues. In the central, you have a dev branch. In both the developer systems, you have the dev branch. Yes or no? Now, what exactly this developer will do? This developer will create developer one branch by using the dev branch. Same thing will happen here also. So here you get developer two branch. Okay. Now developer one and developer two both are committing. Now you get one new commit here, which is C4. You get one new commit here, which is C5. No confusion. Clear? Now what exactly developer 2 is doing? Developer 2 is actually pushing this developer 2 branch to the center. Okay. Then what exactly happens? You'll get this developer 2 over here. Now what exactly developer 2 is doing? Developer 2 is creating a pull request. Why do you create a pull request? To merge the changes from developer 2 to dev branch. So pull request got created. You already understood what is a pull request. Okay. This is to merge the changes in the central repository from the developer branch to development branch or feature branch to development branch. Once the pull request is accepted, then what will happen? This C5 will be merged. Why C5? Why no new merge commit? Because in the dev branch, there are no new commits. Only the developer branches, you have the new commits. So when you merge it, only that C5 gets added over here. Here also, the same thing, C5. Now what exactly developer 1 is doing? This is the recommended practice. What you need to do is, each time when you are trying to push it, you should first pull it. Sorry, you should first rebase it. You should first rebase it. Okay. How do you do that? First of all, everyone, every developer, this is a common practice. You must do it. So, or else, each time when the pull request is actually accepted, the tech lead or team lead, they will be informing everyone, all the developers saying that I have accepted this particular developer's pull request. So you need to rebase it, they'll mention. Now, all other developers, what they should do, they should rebase it. So how do they do it? First, they should pull from dev branch. So in the dev, you have a new commit, yes or no, which is C5. Now they should actually rebase it. Rebase from dev to dev1. When you rebase it, what will happen? Here you get the C5, then C6 internally, C4. Are you getting my point? See, when you are trying to merge from like developer branch to development branch to developer branch, you need to do this. This is what is happening, right? You pulled it from the central so that other developer changes, you will get it. Then you need to rebase it. So if I don't rebase, then what will happen? One new merge commit will be created. To avoid that new merge commit, we are doing what? Rebase. Is this clear? Okay. Yeah. So this is what we do. Now let us try to practically verify how exactly rebase works. Any questions, anyone on this?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can't we do git pull here, sir, to get the latest changes from the dev branch?
We have to do, first you should do git pull, then you should rebase to the dev1 branch.
Okay.
Pull and rebase. If you don't pull it, you don't get the latest change of other developer.
So, sir, in dev one, we have to do git pull and then git
No,
rebase.
in the dev, you need to do the git pull.
Okay.
Not in the dev1. Dev1 is not there in the central also. Anyway, you will be pushing it later. That will be there. But in, from whichever the branch used to merge, I mean like dev branch only, right? All the developers changes gets merged in the dev branch. So in the dev branch, you need to pull it and rebase to the your branch. Okay. So very, very important, rebase. Okay. So I'll go to Git checkout master. Git status. Okay. Now I'm creating one more branch now. So rebase test. Do not think that the name has to be rebase test. It will not be rebase test at all when you are really working for a project. Some meaningful name will be there. Your name or some future name, something will be there. Okay. Yeah. So I created. So git log --- one line. So you see all these commits. Now what do I do? I'll add one commit in the master, one commit in the rebase test. So let's do that. Git add, git commit -m, master change for rebase test. Okay. So git log -- one line. So you can see master change for rebase test. Okay. Now what do? I'll say git checkout rebase test. Fine. Now what do? I need one more commit here. So git add this one, git commit, new commit rebase test. Fine. So git log -- one line -4. So this is the new commit. So now what do? I'll check out to the master. So here I'm saying git log -one line recent 4. I'll check out to rebase test. Now git log -one line 4. Now if see till here all commits are same, right? C293. This is new commit in the master. This is new commit in the rebase. If I merge it, what will happen? This gets added here and one more merge commit gets created. I wish to avoid that. Now if I rebase it, so this will come and sit in between these two, and the commit ID of this will be changed, but no new commit. Okay, so the message, everything will be the same. It's just that this commit ID gets changed. Okay, so let's verify. Git rebase is a command. Rebase is again to merge only, but I wish to avoid the merge commit. From where? Master to rebase test. Successfully rebased. So if I say git log -one line -5, can you see now? Master change for rebase, new commit in rebase test, both are, I am not seeing any merge commit. Yes or no? Only, see, this you got it, 113 AA38, you got it. This is a master one. Only this commit ID got changed. Instead of this commit ID, you got this commit ID. But internally, the change is the same. No new commit. Okay, no merge commit. By using rebase, we are avoiding the merge commit. Is this clear? Any questions? We learned really like new concepts today, like not like one or two, like many we learned. Everything you should practice. How to resolve the merge conflicts. First of all, same file, same lines are modified, you get a merge conflict. Otherwise, auto merge will happen. That we learned it. Okay, so then we learned how do you get a merge conflict? Then how to resolve a merge conflict? Sorry, not merge conflict. How do we get a new merge commit? Correct? Then by using rebase, we could avoid that merge commit. Okay, so you should know the difference between merge and rebase first of all. Merge and the rebase. And you should also know the difference between merge, rebase and pull request. The differences between three. So merge is something which will do it in the local, but in both the branches, if you have a new commits, then you get a merge conflict. To avoid that, we use rebase. But pull request is also to merge only, but it happens in the central repository, not in the local. Understand? Don't get confused with pull and pull request. Pull is different. Pull request is different. Pull request is to merge the changes in the central repository. Pull is to pull the changes of one branch from central to the local. Clear? Yeah. So please practice and join tomorrow's session. Okay. Any questions before I end the session? Anyone?
No, Prasad, I'm good. So can you please add me on the Slack and the video session so I can
Yeah.
also practice the same?
Sure. I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Prasad sir, merge will not create another commit, no sir.
Merge will create it. That's a problem, right? In both the branches, if you have new commits in the source and the destination, then definitely one extra commit will be created in case of merge. To avoid that, we are using rebase.
Okay, sir.
This one, right? Thank you, Chaudhary, right?
Yes, that's one.
Okay, fine. I added. So this is the channel. We guide May 08/24. Just note down that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Okay then. Thank you. So tomorrow again we'll resume the session at the same time.